Little Rock is on track to have another record high year of homicides.
And there are folks here in the capital city researching the trends to find out how to prevent these crimes. THV 11's Ashley Godwin looks at the numbers and how we might be able to lower them.
With more than a month left in this year, we've hit the number of homicides we had last year, which was a record high year for homicides in more than 10 years. Little Rock police hope we don't see an uptick, especially during holiday season.
We hope not. Again, that's where conflict resolution comes in. You hope that people can resolve their differences without picking up weapons.
55 homicides. That's the number of homicides we are currently at this year. It was the total for last year, and at the time, it was the highest in 10 years. But this year is not over. We still have the holiday season, and LRPD is trying to stay on top of the crime.
You know, despite COVID, our officers are still going into the communities. We make sure that we're data driven so that we make sure that our officers follow the data and we're in places to deter crime.
We're on pace right now to, of course, I would say hit about 65 homicides, because right now we have about one homicide every 7.5 days.
Edmund Davis is the director of the Derek Olivier Research Institute. He and his students look at crime data trends in Little Rock.
So of course, this homicide is not slowing down.
Davis says about 90% of the homicide victims in Little Rock are black. Around 80% are black men. According to the CDC, homicide is the leading cause of death for black boys and men aged 1 to 44.
Of course, education, these are high school dropouts. According to the Dory data, we're looking at an elevated number of high school dropouts in Ward number 6 right here.
Dory is tracking the factors that lead to murder, from the social and emotional to the educational, environmental, and economic. He says the data shows more community involvement, especially with kids and teens, will lead to less violent crime.
We have to address these broken relationships, because hurt people hurt people. And, you know, most of the time people who are killed, especially African Americans, because of redlining or whatever else, we all understand that. We don't like it, but we understand it. But you kill who lives close and who's next to you.
In Little Rock, Ashley Godwin, THV 11 News.
All right, let's take a closer look and put all of this into context for you. We are taking a look at violent crime from 1990 all the way to 2020. We're going to start here on the left in the 1990s. The red is the United States average that you see here. You can see it was very high in the 90s. The blue are the Arkansas numbers. Well, back then, we were doing better than the national average, but take a look here in the middle when Arkansas crime goes above U.S. crime. And then here on the right, in 2020, U.S. crimes stayed down near record lows. But in Arkansas, violence spiked to the highest level in recent decades.